It's like focus is the key. But to help you focus, you have to have the right information and the right network.
Because you can easily be distracted, though. You can easily be distracted.
It's an awesome day, and I'll be hosting your very own Chioma Priscilla. Chioma Priscilla just traveled to the UK. We've been working on this process for some time now. It has worked out. Yay!
Hello from UK. I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Linda.
Tell us about your Heathrow Airport experience. For people that don't know, Heathrow Airport is the major airport for UK, right? We're going to UK, and I think it's specifically in London.
Yeah, it's in London. Okay, when I arrived Heathrow, I was like, wow, so this is London at last. So the interesting part of the whole Heathrow experience was going through the immigration. Immigration is one point that you need to find out that even if you've gotten admission, you've successfully applied for your visa, until you get to your residential address, you've not really been successful. That's the truth, because anything can happen at any time. So maneuvering through the immigration, when I got there, wow, there were actually 3 immigration officers. There were 2 men and there was a lady, and the lady seemed to be very harsh out of all of them. Like she was you know how ladies could be sometimes. So I was actually praying she wouldn't be the one to interview me, but at the end she was the one. So when it was my turn, she called. She was like, okay, I know you, with that kind of very stern face. And I met her. I was like, okay, Priscilla, and she was like, okay, what course are you going for? I told her. I said, what's the name of your school? I told her. Now, okay, Dr. Linda, if you could give me some minutes. Now, this is why it's good that you do your application all by yourself, because there are several things that you may not know. Except you do it by yourself. So she asked about my program. I told her. She asked about the length. I told her. Now, I went a step further, so these are the things that going to your class, Dr. Linda, I got to know. You always add extra. You always try to make your answer exceptional. You always want to make your answer as excellent as possible. So she asked the length of my study. I told her, and then I went ahead to include the starting dates and then the ending dates. Like I told her, okay, I'm starting January so and so date. January 18, 2021, and I'm ending. I told her the exact day I was ending. So immediately I said that to her, you could literally see her face change. Like her demeanor was different. She relaxed, and that was it.
When an agent doing application for you, you're just going to get the basic information. This school is in so place. This school is in so place. But sometimes the question is so simple that if you don't know it, you look so stupid. But you don't know the answer because you were not the one who did your application yourself. And just
exactly,
if they ask you any simple question that you are not able to answer or that you answer wrongly, it will affect how the whole process will go. Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
The good thing about our process is that it is not magic. It's not I start today, 24 hours and I'm abroad. We don't do something like that. But it's stressful, but it is sure. How did you develop what I would call the expatriate mindset, right? How did you develop that mindset?
Well, okay. Seriously, it's from Dr. Linda's masterclass, okay? That's the truth. So, exactly a year ago in January 2020, I got the opportunity to attend Dr. Linda's masterclass.
Did you do your school application and visa application by yourself?
Okay, so school application, it's before you actually begin to apply to schools, there are lots of preparations to make. Your document preparation is the basic aspect of school application. So some people will just think that school application, you just log into a school website and you start applying. So that's all Yeah, there are several things. The most important aspects of school application is actually the document preparation. So I did my document preparation by myself, from the lessons I got from the masterclass. Then I applied to my school and also my visa by myself. So it's actually very easy. Yeah.
What do you think made you successful on this travel abroad journey? Like from your own, like if you were to summarize it for somebody, what do you think made you successful?
Okay, thank you. I would say that I was focused.
Oh.
Yes, I was focused, and then I had the right information. So I could go to the internet and spend hours, but nothing was coming through. So having the right information is key. Know what to do. It will save you a lot of time and energy. And I think having the right information is a way of making you focused too. It's good that you have a network of people who are interested in your success. What do I mean? Okay, like I had the advantage of having Dr. Linda as a mentor. So she was interested in my success. At a point, I was actually making weekly reports to Dr. Linda on my application, on how many schools I applied to. Yes, I could write a report. I submit the report every Monday.
It's like focus is the key. But to help you focus, you have to have the right information and the right network. It's always good for people to have study abroad mentors. For some people, it's their sibling, it's their cousin, it's their parents. Find people that have done this thing before and just stay connected. Right? Apart from first, if they have done it before, meaning they have studied abroad before, one thing you have to know is that most likely they won't have time. Right? Most likely they won't have time. So do not start taking you step by step. If you message your cousin that is abroad, Parameter can help you review your document. But he will not really come and start teaching you this is how to contact the professor, this is what to say, this is what to say.
That's true.
This is how to write the letter. Like, because they are busy. Look at Chima has gone abroad now. She's like, Dr. Linda, can it be? So people abroad are busy. And rightfully so. People abroad want to help you, but sometimes they are busy, right? But so, like, it does not, having somebody abroad should not make you not want to get the right information, to go for training where you'll be trained so that you can become focused. Because having that training, getting the right information will help you to stay focused. But you also need a mentor. So, of course, for people that like get trained by us, I really give them that access. Of course, we teach them the line of communication, but I give them that access so that it's like, before water pass Gary, reach out to me. It's really good. I'm glad that you said that. What's your advice for somebody that is listening now?
Okay, my advice for someone that is listening is define your goal. Define how long you want to achieve the goal. Because a lot of people it's always a dream that never becomes a reality. Like, I want to study abroad. When do you want to leave the country? Some people will think that it's money. Yes, it's money. The funds are there. Like, but when you define the goal, you begin to find out that there are several ways to fund your study abroad dream. There are several ways. Get a mentor. If you can get a mentor, it's super important. So you need someone that would hold you accountable. Very important. Because you can easily be distracted though. You can easily be distracted.
I love what you're saying. I love what you see. My educational consultant. Oh. You know why I can relate to what you're saying now. When I wanted to travel abroad, for the major part of it, I was not married yet, but I traveled after I got married. But I was not married yet, like when I started. But I had a fiancé who is now my husband, right? So he will be like, you said you start school search. When? Because me, I didn't even do training. He was my accountability partner, I agreed with him that I will not do any other thing on the weekends except school search. So when I go to work throughout the week and then by weekends, I will do school search. People will contact me for speaking engagement. I will turn it down, including paid one. And remember then, like this was 2015, 2016, right? 2015, that's more of when this was happening. Somebody called me then and said, I want to pay 5,000 naira. We just want you to come and speak. 30 minutes speaking, I had to say no because I have already agreed with my husband that I'll have to stop all engagement. So it's like because I know that there is an accountability partner. I don't want to just break it. So that helped me to keep focus. And after I rejected that one, is it not the people that were calling me for 5K speaking engagement or 10K speaking that I will now go? When I rejected the 35,000 naira home for 30 minutes, they want to pay me 35,000 naira in 2015, and I still said no. That was the level of focus, the level of, and that is what an accountability partner can do for you. That's what a mentor can do for you. Thank you so much for anybody that's watching now. Join me to say thank you to Chioma. Join me to say thank you to others. I also even want to mention that a lot of time we have people that have been traveling. This is not a joke. People that have been traveling, but some people when they travel, they are not willing to share. Right? It's a big problem that we are facing. I hope that maybe one of them or two of them are listening to this, that they'll be more open to share their story. They always feel like, make I go abroad first, make I go save my life, make I go save my family. If I share and let people, and I say, are you sure it is village people that is worrying you, or you are the village person to yourself? You understand my point? Because if I had that mentality, then many people that are benefiting from us now won't even benefit from us. Tell you a lot of times, somebody that have traveled, you say, come and check. One told me, let me tell you, this person won what they call it now, a contest on my page. Her contest had over 1,000 shares, and the reach for the whatever reached over 100,000 people, because I think that particular contest is some months back now. That particular contest was based on shares. This lady, she has gotten her PhD admission. She got scholarship. She has traveled. I say, come and talk to other people. She said, I'm not a social media person. I say, you're not a social media person?
Oh, you won't share.
How is that even possible?
How do you manage to do it?
How do you me? I want to know the secret. You're not a social media person, but you won a contest that had over 200, like 1,000 something or more. I think that contest was the first person to get 1,000 shares. She won that contest. She took the training. Everything has worked. She said, I'm not a social media person. I was paid. I was really paid though. Like I understand that. Let me tell you, I understand that she wants it private. She's not here to share. I understand. But the reason is what paid you. Say you're not a social media person, but you won contest. You get the point? It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
Thank you so much, Chioma. Please, if you are watching this, drop a message for Chioma. Tag her, go to her page. Tell her, thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing your story. Encourage her. Let her know that this thing she did, it changed somebody's life. It touched somebody. Go to her page. I will put her hand here. Go to her page. Go and thank her. Chioma, I want you to know I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful because a lot of people have had the experience and they are not willing to share. And it pains me
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Bye.
Thank you.